What's welcome in? This is Casey at the Guardian Oracle 30. How is everybody doing? Welcome in, guys. I did put out a notification for this segmented read. I love you guys. Welcome in. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Casey. I'm a psychic medium and intuitive, a lover and a fighter. Depends on who you're asking. I come here to wake up, ruffle the tail feathers, and damn sure not follow anybody else doing the same thing. Trying to find my creative expression out here. I'm here, tell all, be all, Ambassador Casey. What's up, Wade? Jason, hello, guys. What's up? How's everybody doing? Long time no see. So since I last talked to you guys, I've moved again. It's been an interesting last couple of weeks. There's been a lot going on. So thank you guys for being patient with me. For those of you that are waiting on a personal read, it's still the three. There's three of you. You guys all have a free 1 hour personal read with me. You can use it as a gift for yourself in any way. So if you guys are waiting on me, I love you and thank you for being patient. I'm just out here momming it. We are just out here momming it. You got this shit? What's up, Constance? What's up, Matthew? All right, so tonight my intention for this read is to tap into the heart space through the collective consciousness. Those energies that we all share, that we're constantly putting out through our thoughts, feelings, and emotions. Alicia, I seen all the emojis and I already knew it was you, babe. We went to a swimming pool today, the kids and I, and it used to be the city pool, and they turned it into, it's still a city pool, it was shut down forever. It was $2 to get in, bag of chips was 25 cents, Airhead was 25 cents, I mean, old school prices. It was $2 per each kid, and I was like, dude, this is freaking awesome. The bottom of the pool's all padded. For being out in the middle of nowhere, I was like, dang, what's up, Edward? So, and it was saltwater. So it was a saltwater city pool, and I thought that was just awesome. As I'm seeing that, I'm seeing the star. So healing, getting into the intention here is just for God, may whoever needs this message find this message. May it be the one sign, the beacon of hope, that fire in the ass they need, the fuck you and how's your mother, whatever it is that you need from this. May if it's meant for you, may it find you and may it resonate with you on such a soul level that you're never alone, that you're loved, and it doesn't matter where you are or who's by you. You have a huge probability of creating so many wonderful things. The power of the mind over the matter. What's up, guys? All right, did I miss anybody's birthday since I haven't been on here? I know Leisha was the last person who had a birthday. I got a birthday coming up July 3rd. I'm hoping to be on the mountain. June 17th, happy late birthday, Jace, Gemini. All right, let's see. Soul level messages for the highest good of all. Holy Spirit, holy angels of the highest bright light, I call on you for clarity, guidance. I call on inner and multi-dimensional beings. I invite in the angelic realm. Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Metatron, Saint Germain, the violet flame. Alright, let's look at the collective energy at this time. Let's get an overall look at what's going on. Holy Spirit, holy angels, for the highest good of the collective. I love you guys. Welcome in. Feeling excited, so intensity. The intensity that rises. I feel like, too, somebody here, your mediumship abilities, your abilities to tap into, it's like you might feel that electromagnetic field, too, when higher frequent beings are assisting in raising the vibration. All right, we've got intensity, balance, and complete state, passion. Maintain your enthusiasm for the things, feeling excited and uncontrollable excitement. Okay, the passion. The Ring of Nebula. The Ring of Nebula. Some of you could see that too when you close your eyes, visualizations. It really is like these epiphanies that you might be having at this time as well. Deep states of consciousness. Deep states of consciousness. Little hi, little ho. Little hey, little. It's in Stuart Little. Stuart Little. Alright, let's get an overall look. Torment. Stay optimistic. Enduring the suffering. Okay. There's a passion here that somebody has. That the collective's going through at this time. And it's whatever the universe, whatever you have, your guides, you got to think about this. Your higher self, your guides, they put up with your shit all day long. They know what you do, what excites you, what gets you going, what, piques your interest. Part of, you're creating a lot of this as well as you're connecting with intentions through that. Sometimes the universe is like, hey, dumb motherfucker, I'm trying to show you a sign. Some of us are a little quick to the slow. But nonetheless, there's passion out here. Whatever this is that's driving you, that's the key. The key is the passion that you have for this, the excitement. You got the tree. That's so synchronistic in the fish. Okay, so you could be Piscean. This is about walking into a new era of you, a new aspect. Some of you could be, there's a version of yourself that just you don't resonate with the ideas of others. What the passions of others, the idealism of how you should be, the way you move through things, or what other people think is socially acceptable. There's a part of you that's given a big fuck yourself 2 ways from Sunday. It is exciting, because within that you reclaim your power, and when you do it, and you flick your goddamn hair. Okay, you gotta flick your hair. The universe is like, dude, you were made for this shit, to be able to step out onto the cosmic balcony, I'm hearing, and evolutionize one of the most beautiful song and dances. I'm hearing the violin, I'm hearing beautiful music. It's about the creation, the passion you have to do that. What is your passions? What's driving you? What drives you when you feel stifled or oppressed or ashamed or guilt or insincerity? The root of getting to that, I believe, through personal experience is one, moving through it emotionally. How am I moving through this emotionally? How am I showing up? Allowing the to flow. I'm fucking excited. Part of me wants to punch you in the fucking throat, but the other part of me is excited. That's a serious. It's about being real. It's about being real with yourself. And non-conformity is a fucking thing here. If you're always kissing ass to fucking get by, or if you do this, you're gonna piss this person off, and that'll fuck you over here. It's up to you. It's up to you. What you're willing to put in on the table, what you're willing to tell the universe. Universe is saying fucking 60-40, meet me somewhere, and we'll show up the rest of the way. Do get something started, evolutionize these thoughts. The cloud transformations. And I was sitting out here. A lot of you are noticing very abnormal, right? Abnormal. You are creating these things. These clouds that just rolling out of the middle of nowhere right over the top of you. There won't be a fucking cloud in sight, and you'll go out, and then, a big beautiful billowing cloud, or you're asking, you beautiful breeze, what are the songs and the words that you whisper as you blow against my ear? What are the tunes and the notes? What is the harmony and the melody within the song of the bird? Why is the male bird the only one that sings the song? All the questions about nature, drawing back to that. There's many things that are just right in front of you, all around you, waiting for you to connect with. to connect with, to look at, to, you know, maybe you can make the wind blow when you do a little, give a little whistle, hoo hoo, give a little whistle, hoo hoo. The stars, the cloud, the fish, and the tree. Okay, how do we want to do this, Holy Spirit? There is only light. Okay, as I'm looking at this deck. Well, that didn't take long. So I'm going to kind of go through. I'm being guided to do, go through this deck that I have. It's an oracle deck, and I want to kind of read from a few things, and then they're talking about wanting to channel some messages through that. I do feel like at this time there's a lot of attributes of self that are coming to the forefront. It really is that intensity to what the fuck am I here for on a real level, outside of kissing ass to do this, to do that, to make this, to get here on time for this person because I wasn't there in the past, or, you know, if I show up in this way, then I'll be recognized or noticed. You know, it's like, that's such fucking horseshit. It's so fucking annoying. It gets so heavy and it gets so long. You know, it's like, I want to be met on a level that others can meet me at, you know, basic ass shit. Be there when you say you're going to be there. You know, treat the other. If you're around somebody that, if you treat people with respect, and no matter how, if this person is your parent, your siblings, your spouse, in whatever way, your boss, your longtime best friend, there is a such thing as people vibrating on different frequencies and different levels at this point, right? To where communication is so stifled, and the frequency, it almost feels fucking annoying to talk to some people. Their energy is fucking annoying, and I think it's on both ends. One, because somebody, you know, there's just two different dynamics that are feel like are playing out with this, with the back and forth and swimming around. I just heard a beautiful bird say to-do, to-do. Ringo, no more! Light beings. I'm seeing light beings out here. Alright, let's look deeper. I heard asteroids forming. Formidable sequence of events. Astrological viewpoint. Mainstream media. Exercising your free will. Abominable will. Excitement. The excitement. Whatever comes out, Holy Spirit, Holy Angels. Ringo's out. He's been on that dirt bike, and I told him, I was like, you need to help with the girls. He's been sloughing it off on his brother as I'm trying to move stuff and unpack stuff, and yeah, he's just been kind of sloughing off, giving me attitude. So I'm like, all right, boy. So when he wants to act like a doo-doo head, he doesn't get his bike. That's my bike, motherfucker. When you get your shit together, then you can ride that thing. Until then, you go park it and get your little happy ass off there until I get a yes ma'am every time. What's up, Medusa? Hello, Raina. Passion surrounding the love life. I heard that. Passion surrounding the love life. Energy around you. Things to be dealing with. What is this intensity here? It looks like you've got star being star family, star seed origins, genetics. Okay, you have, when I talk about the nebulous, they're actually showing me the patterning. It looks like a formula, but it's in that, it looks like a honeybee comb, how all of the formula, or the, God, I'm not so good in science. It almost feels like certain things, even though you could be in a certain state and everything could have been going great, it's like certain things are releasing within your body. You know, and I'm hearing it's time. It's time for the next step. Some things that you could be going through right now feel very uncontrollable. You know, and you're being guided to go within as, why is this triggering me? How emotionally, one, am I going to look at this and soak it in, right? What is mine, what's not, what's projection, what's a truth, what's my truth? I'll be all fucking for all your bullshit. What the F is my truth? How am I feeling about this situation within my own being? You know, it almost will fucking torment you at this point, not following your directed path, the one that you've chose, the one that your soul's urging. If you're feeling, you know, this incompleteness or this, I heard unhealthiness, this, you're being boosted up with a new frequency, a new vibrational energy. Whether this is in your dreams, this feels like it's something that's an onset. Like a butterfly effect or something that happens because other events are happening. With the nebulas here, the ring nebula, and this intense emotion, it's a lot of frequencies. It's a lot of, it just feels very cosmic. It feels very cosmic. And it's affecting a lot of people at this on a very specific level right now. It's like emotions seem like they're running very high in others. You know, there's a need to gauge your feelings, gauge your emotions. What is this trigger? You know, like I said, the universe is wanting to meet you to the level at which you'll meet yourself. You know, and some of you could be, you know, you get so close and so tuned in, and then there'll be some sort of wounding or some sort of triggering that will come up, and it could come up from somebody. I'm hearing back east. I don't know, I'm hearing that from somebody back east, you know, and it triggers something within, whether it's the way that you were treated, spoken to, the way, you know, if it's something that you've spent I'm hearing an eternity doing, which is not, it's conforming. It's not about fucking being an asshole and saying, oh, fuck you, I'm a rebel, I'm not going to listen. It's truly about when I say don't speak to me in that way, I don't speak to myself that way. I'm not going to let you speak to me that way. I won't. I don't need to. No matter what situation it will put me in or where, you know, and envy and rage, it's a real fucking thing. And when people, you know, up against, it's, you got to remember, yes, it's people. You could look at it and it could see it's your mom's face, your, you know, your brother's face, but you know, there is a thing of lower vibrational entities and deities that have the ability to take over others, and it starts within an emotional response to something. Somebody's gained that power over them. So let's look at the balanced and complete state. Actually, intense was over the stars. All right, tell me more about the intense and the stars. You got a high pop? Cooper calls her lollipops high pops. You want to come say hi to everybody?
I had a bicycle, Mom.
Oh, yeah? Can you say hi?
I had a bicycle and I want one.
Oh, you want another popsicle?
Yes!
Danny Cash, will you get her a popsicle? I love you, honey. Go with Bubba and go get a popsicle and have him split it in half. Give one to you and one to Ellison. Cooper saying hi, guys. Failure and doubt comes up with the intense emotion. Okay, so you could be being pushed within that dynamic. You know, when you're being made to feel small. We allow it. When we're young, our spirits get crushed so fucking easy. You know, with Cooper just coming up right here like that. I mean, they're so pure. It only takes the smallest things to where these kids start remembering feeling deep, intense feelings when they feel unsafe, unloved, uncertain, or unsure of certain dynamics within their life. And then your response to it. Our children are always watching us, you know, and being with the stars, being out here. Yes, love bug.
Mom, I got one. It's open for me.
You got a high pop? Oh my god.
Yeah. I love you.
I love you.
I love you so much.
I love you so much. Don't hit mommy. Mommy's sore.
Oh.
Can I have a little bite?
No.
Sharon.
All right.
Sharon's Karen, girl.
All right. Let's lock it.
It's not chocolate. Where's whole hog? Is she sleeping?
No. Yeah.
Sorry, guys. We had to take a high pop. She calls them high pop. I know, mom tax. Let me get a bite of that. I used to do it with their cheeseburgers back in the day when I'd eat McDonald's. Okay. So part of what you could be going through with at this time, it really has to do with evolving from maybe you're in a particular situation that is resemblant to something that you've previously had happen in your life, whether it's different people but more or less the same dynamic as in the way of The soul comes here to grow and to evolutionize through pain, through torture. I don't know why I heard said torture. Through hard things. Hi, sweetheart. Through torture and things that are they're fucking hard. They're things that break the spirit. They're things that would keep you down. Some of them, and there is, other forces at hand that are aware of what spiritually, who you are on a deeper level, which I think that's the question that we're all here for. Who am I? So we're trying to get through these lessons. We're trying to evolve with these types of people. We look at them in a universal state of mind. I would imagine a lot of us do collectively. Tell me if I'm wrong, but you kind of break it down like to where you say, okay, I see this behavior within another person. In the past, this is how I handled it. This is what happened. If you're being faced with it again, sometimes no reaction is the best reaction, being met with the feeling of what, you used to perceive. Maybe this is what's changed within that dynamic. What you used to perceive as failure, as that's too big for you. You won't be able to do that. Or that's a really big goal. Why don't you start with something smaller? Or can't you just get a regular job? Or, in whatever way, when we're young, or you're raising your siblings, or your parents, parents who couldn't grow up, parents who couldn't, emotionally evolve or ever help you to feel seen. That was part of the lesson here. So then we grow up and we look for people who will give us all the attention in the world, but the narcissist, we gravitate towards people who need us, but to the point where it becomes emotionally damaging because it's that game again, that archetypal. And I think a lot of you, if you're not going through that right now, taking your power back by all is well. All is well in this situation and is working out for the highest good. When those feelings creep in that make you feel unbalanced or doubtful or fearful, or the thought ideation that comes through, that voice, that small voice that says, I'm failing, I am part of failure. There's those two truths. There's many truths. How you truly feel about your situation and the way that you're going through it is really what you're here mastering. If you are in a situation that you were in previously, failure, I understand that mistakes is only an opportunity to learn. Doubt, I release the need to know all of the answers. Sorry, my phone cut out. If you have, all these estate cells when your parents and grandparents are passing away, all these books in the closets, all these trunks and treasure troves of things that are, just be handed away. They're trying to, there's a lot of energy, there's a lot of writings, there's a lot of things that can be manipulated but all together, trying to take the libraries and where everything's online. Some of us are, trying to take the libraries and where everything's online. Some of us are here to preserve some things in such a way that could evolutionize in such a way it's simple. It is. You don't have to go outside of yourself. It doesn't have to take $1 million to corporate this and that. It literally starts with us. Each one of us. Each person you say, go fuck yourself. I'm not putting up with that shit. I've dealt with people like you most of my fucking life. Not today. Not today, not tomorrow. Get your shit together and then we can have a decent conversation, or we can be met on the same, because at this point when it becomes name calling and rudeness and cruelness and oh fuck, no, that's not what matters. It's the conversation is fucking over. There's nothing to have a conversation about at that point. At that point, you're arguing with that fear, that doubt, that failure, that insecurity, those strongholds within another person that you've already possibly gone through. That's where these lessons and these tests are coming in. Yeah, you're going to get, hey, here it is again. How do you handle it this time? How do you move through it this time? And it's not about being, oh, I went through that better, I didn't freak the fuck out. It's like, no, really, how do you feel on the inside when you're done and it's all said and done? Do you feel like you're somebody that, if somebody could swallow their pride and say, I probably could learn something from this person, through it all? It met with the same resilience each time this person stands up for their truth, and each time it's, they're gaining the wisdom, they're gaining the knowledge. People understand that growth. Just because it fucking sucks right now, in 2 years you never know the impact that you'll have on somebody else's life just by telling them, no, I'm not fucking with you. What, honey?
A feels.
You what?
A feels.
What do you got?
A second, this.
Hi, Pop.
No. sucker paper.
You got a sucker high pop? Sunset, and it's so beautiful out here. I don't know what oh, it's the tree. Okay, go with brother. Okay. Discipline. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. Staying optimistic. Staying optimistic. Blame. I accept responsibility for my well-being. I possess the power to and the free will to create my own happiness. The stars. Indecision, you know, and it is an indecision. A lot of it, we can sit and blame other people all day long. Oh, if you didn't do this, I wouldn't have been here. Or if you know, people are always going to shift and change on you. And especially as you're changing and growing, you naturally are going to fucking irritate people. You're naturally the way of thinking, or, oh, aren't you just all fucking love and light, or aren't you just fucking hunky-dory? People fucking, it irritates them. Because they probably knew you when you were a fucking asshole and knocking people in the teeth and whooping ass and taking names and smoking dope or weed or being out, whatever it was that you did. Player, fucking everybody in town, down at the pub, whatever it was, whatever, short-temperedness, you know, whatever it was. You know, people always like to try to resonate with the old version of you and pull that back through. And that bitch is always there, right? That guy is always there. Do you want me to go get him? Because I would be more than happy to go get him and knock you in the fucking teeth right now, but I'm not gonna do what everybody thinks I'm gonna do and freak out. Service. Being a service to yourself, you know, and sometimes there's going to be a lot of people who are in denial about the place that you're going within your own self. The more that you stand up for yourself, the more that you take accountability for your decisions and your actions, the more that you have it's like people don't understand what you're doing because it's like you're being, people see you out in the field with the sheep fucking walking all the way, all over these fucking hills and cliffs barefooted, because they think you're hunky-dory guru. But, you know, what people don't see is Jesus, God, standing out in front of you with the guiding light, leading you that way. Paging Dr. Herman. You know, to other people, it feels delusional. And the ego, the conscious ego, wants us to stay, you know, it's safe there. It's safe small. It's safe, yeah, you're probably right. Maybe I shouldn't shine as bright so you feel a little fucking better about yourself. Or maybe I shouldn't say what's really on my mind so that I don't have to fucking deal with you talking to your friends and somehow it's going to make me feel bad because you guys talked about me. I could give a fuck. Nobody cares. That's the truest, the thing right there. And it's not about, you know, the F you as in, you know, you got a shitty attitude and you're not going to listen to anybody and you're just a pompous asshole and you need knocked on your ass. It's to the point where people are going to get out of your way, one way or another, as you move through it. They're either going to do it in a pissy, snippy, dippity, dip way, or they're going to, God's going to move those. You're working with a powerful force of beings. You're working with your higher self. The more, okay, like that card that came out says you do not have to make sense of everything. A lot of it is like, okay, why does this fuck me up so bad? You know, and for those of you that have something that's really stifling you at this time, you know, it is good to go within. And we'll look at that because I have my past life, or as you were, my inner child oracle, and then I was going to do my awakening to your intuition oracle real fast. And then I'll look at who's coming towards you, universe's advice, your highest advice for your advice for the highest good of all. We all on a mission. What's up, Bill? I have found that if you love life, life will love you back.
Mom.
Thank you. Got me some lipstick. When your mother asks, do you want a piece of advice? If it is a mere formality, it doesn't matter if you answer yes or no. You're going to get it anyways. And that could be another thing is, you know, I feel like somebody really here just doesn't, you know, is willing to listen to wise advice. But if somebody is trying to manipulate, intimidate, mind fuck, twist words, use a play on emotions, and they're getting that response, excuse me. You You hear those birdies over there? Go get a wipe, honey, and go wipe your hands up. Go put them by your pool. Go over there with brother. Come on to Mama's show. All of a sudden, my allergies started getting really bad. Learn how to separate the majors and the minors. And a lot of people don't do well simply because they major in minor things. You know, it's like when some people, they always get, hi, Ho Hog. Baby, what are you doing, girl? Ooh, Sissy Sharon. Don't push it too far back in her mouth. Sharon popsicle. So good. Okay, go wash it off in your swimming pool so your hand doesn't get all yucky.
Come on.
Mommy's on her show, baby. I'm
Come
on my
on.
show, girl. Oh, I love you too. I'm on my show.
Phone over here.
Dirty face.
Oh, where is it?
Can you say hi?
Hi.
We're on the show.
Where's the phone?
Down.
Is it over there or here?
It's over there. It's in the trailer.
Oh, yes.
We're on the show. Wave your hands in the air like you just don't care. Wave your hands, wave your hands, wave your hands. All right, dirty butt. Go with Bubba. Hurry, go with Cooper. Cooper's going to the pool. Go get you a snack. There's granola bars in the trailer too. When your brother gets back, he can.
I have no shoes on, so I'm trying to get.
Here, just bring them back to me when you're done. You
Oh,
sure?
yeah, these are my shoes.
Oh, you want those, girl?
These are my shoes, ma'am.
Those are your shoes. Would you like to borrow your shoes back?
Yeah. Thank you for
Brady's
warming them
bear. Hey, little one. That's Ellison. That's my youngest one right there. My oldest is 17. The mom of 5. Go underneath the sink in the pop-up, and it's one of those 2 drawers on the left-hand side underneath the sink. You should see them. They're red. Can you go with Breba? All right. Awakening your intuition as far as using your intuition. Are you psychotic? Are you delusional? Is it your intuition? Is it your higher self? Are other people infiltrating your thoughts? I don't know. I guess, we can only give power to the things that we think are true, we have more control over our lives than we think we do, especially when you're working with powerful, benevolent beings. You're leaning into faith and trust. Not faith like, God, I hope this works out, and then you sit and fucking worry all day. It's to where you're like, maybe prior to this, or in whatever situation, you asked for a specific sign of synchronicity. You got me a rock?
Yeah.
Thanks, girl. Cheers. Cheers. Cheers.
Come on.
No.
She got me a rock, guys.
Go back.
I love those gifts from the kids. They're so great.
Come on.
Paging Dr. Herman. All right, awakening the intuition.
Ellie.
Okay, go with Bubba. Bubba got num-nums.
Mama.
Num-nums. This deck is so big. I wonder if I should try to... Archangel Michael, Yeshua. What does the collective need to know most right now? You're all right, girl.
I want to be back in a little bit.
That's too many. Invite playful energy, the number 28. Take off some of the pressure with playful energy. Intuition does not thrive in a super stressed or super controlling atmosphere. Release, relax, and make room for fun, humor, improvisation, and lighthearted creativity to boost your 6 sensory powers now. Invite your inner child out to play. Encourage playfulness in others. It's been so long since I've used this book. I wonder if I just go to page 28. Be with you guys in a minute. Hey, I opened right up to it. Thanks, Spirit. Hey, thanks, man. All right. Intuition is alive like a plant. Both need certain conditions to thrive and to blossom. A very restrictive, tense atmosphere will cause your intuition powers to shrink and to wilt. Let intuition breathe the unfurl with a dose of playful energy. This might help balance the current energy in your life if you have had to do a lot more of the intense focus work or have been under a lot of pressure lately. Playful energy can actually increase productivity because it lowers stress, which can leave you drained or tense. If you have been grieving any kind of loss, playful energy can provide and lift your spirit. Playful energy helps humans connect to hope and faith. You can laugh and smile, even briefly. It revives your spirit. Oh, it's so bad. There are all types of energy. Use playful energy to help you feel more relaxed and positive now. Permission to play. Check, please. And I always feel so grateful because I have my children and they always help me, going to the swimming pool or going to the cave, seeing them see the, the big waterfall for the first time. Or I love being able to see that in my kids. They get so excited. Brother, her foot. Ringo, no more. Make her feel better, please. And slow down a little, please. Getting all the extra love. Thank you guys for hitting the like and subscribe button. Thank you guys for commenting. Thank you guys for being a part of the channel. Thank you guys for being patient with me. I do appreciate each and every one of your guys' emails. You guys are amazing. I love getting to know each and every one of you. We've been on a hell of a journey together on so many levels. Cooper, you got to go over there with Bubba's, please. See that? The street light just came on. Hey, that swing light comes on. That means you got to go be in the front yard. Here comes both of the girls. I'm going to take your phones. I need a nanny. Ringo, you can help too. All right. Do what you need to do. It may be difficult, but now is the time. Holy Spirit, holy angels. Messages of hope and love. Disappointment is not the end. Okay, so there is something a little heavy here that's coming through with that very intense feeling. Most of the time, very intense things are the things that change us, the suffering. We've got to die to the flesh damn near to revive the fucking spirit, if that makes sense. So many of us have so much shit we don't need. Gluttony. So many extra clothes and the jewelry and the makeup and the cars and the fancy wheels and the accessories. It's just keeping up with the Joneses. And it just keeps us stuck in a cycle to where really, you go out, and I've been noticing going out and hanging out at the swimming pools, like nobody makes eye contact anymore. Nobody wants to, I talked to a lady and her granddaughter today. Ringo! Ringo! If I ask you again, you're not going to like it. Come and help your brother now. No, it's yes, ma'am, not I am. Okay. Let's go. Becoming aware. Let's see. Disappointments are not the end, page 18. I hope you guys have all been wonderful, and I hope your lives have been good, and that you guys are finding, new ways to flourish and to be a part of community and making eye contact and opening the doors for each other and having a small conversation with somebody, brings back hope for humanity, praying for those that are on the side of the road, that somebody would come and help them if you can't, or you're not in a position to, those things, are miraculous wonders that you could put energy towards other people in their life. All right, disappointments is not the end. So even when it feels cold and dark and gloomy, it's like that version of yourself that says this is the version of you that dies, you know, and you transgress, you move into a new space of the being that you're growing into, and sometimes that's, you know, we even take off another layer of a mask and see the gratitude and the lessons and how you've been able to grow from it, looking at it as a lesson standpoint. Disappointments can be a difficult emotion to experience, and afterward it can be hard to have hope again. It is okay to be disappointed. Disappointments in an aspect of life that is inevitable, and being human is a messy journey full of twists and turns. What we do best we can sorry we do the best that we can with the knowledge that we have, but not everything turns out as we had hoped. In truth, no disappointments or mistakes make us less of the beautiful, wonderful people that we are. If you have pulled this card, it might be a sign that the fear of disappointments is hindering your path. Practice courage and acceptance. There is always hope, beloved. Happiness is waiting for you just ahead. Acceptance exercise. If you feel fear around disappointments or have experienced disappointments, then it might be good to practice developing acceptance around it. If we are unable to accept that a disappointment has occurred, it can cause prolonged pain. By avoiding the reality of our disappointment, it may feel as though we are protecting ourselves from pain, but it will ultimately hinder our ability to go after what we desire in the future. Try to accept the disappointment that will come and go, and that you are strong enough to try again. Do not let disappointments or the fear of being disappointed stop you from living your glorious life. Responsive journaling prompt. If you're somebody who writes, this could be something you could put in there tonight or today, wherever you're seeing this message, you know, and write something out. It's always easier when you write it out and you get it off of your head. It goes onto paper. It then becomes reality. When you think about disappointments, how does it feel in your body? Do you experience feelings of anxiety and fear? Ask your inner child how they feel about disappointments and if there's anything you can do to help them feel more accepted and loved around disappointments. All right. Do what you need to do was the other one that you guys got. Card number 11. All right, page 20, the very next page. Well, these cards came out in a row, 10 and 11, October 10th or November, as you were, November 10th or October 11th. Do what you need to do. What we want and what we need can be two very different things. When this is the case, our wants and needs can be different between self-indulgence and self-care. If you have pulled this card today, it might be time to reflect on the difference between these two things in your life. Honoring self-indulgence is a wonderful way to connect with ourselves, especially when done mindfully. Self-care can require things that might be uncomfortable or unpleasant in the moment, but will benefit from in the long run. Self-care exercise. Today, ask yourself, is there an act of beneficial self-care that you have been putting off because it isn't something that you want to do? I exercise. Today's the first day I haven't exercised in over 2.5 weeks. Well, I did swimming, so I would count that, but it's just holding that consistency. Changing old behavior patterns. It takes 3 Mondays to new habit. That's it. And when you're trying to get done with something or move on past something, you've got to start a new behavior, a new thought pattern, a new process. How instead of doing the same thing you've always done, you're always going to find yourself in the same spot. If you're journaling, what feelings arise when you think about something that you need to do? Do you feel overwhelmed? If so, ask your inner child what these feelings might mean. That sun kind of set pretty fast over here. All right. Guidance. Cars and bows. What's up, babe, Julian? Herman said hi. Hello, Herman. Oh wow, and it was on the top and it came right out. It's the Nine of Pentacles. Whatever you're doing, other people do see you in the way that you move, the way that you connect. You're not just going through things, you're connecting with others, you're using intentionality. It's the light that in which you hold yourself in. You could be somebody who's you're very self-aware. You have a great deal of discernment. You're on multi-dimensional levels, and there's different aspects of yourself that you can move between. You're very advanced when it comes to connection, whether you need to put up your antenna and tune into people within the room, the next room, outside of the restaurant, whatever place, 3 aisles down at fucking Walmart, whatever the case may be. You're somebody who tunes into behaviors and characteristics of others around you. You're very tuned in. You're showing up as very much alone, you know. And I want to say, if you are alone, there's many energies that are working with you. It's like there's a part of your inner child that's starting to show in your eyes. It's starting to show in the way that you go through things within this realm. The way that you can bring yourself back and ground yourself. You're finding a way. You're finding your niche. You're finding your way to, if you need to go sit by the tree, if you need to turn on the water and go through the water, the sprinkler, or whatever it is that you need, be by a body of water. If you need time alone, you're learning how to not let the thoughts and emotions of others irritate or infiltrate through your energetic system, you know, on the level at which it once did. All right, what else do we have? 9. You know, there's an ending here of something you're going through. For some of you, it could just be your solidarity, you know, the way that you spend time alone. For others of you, it's moving into that space, from walking away from something perhaps that wasn't your truest heart's desire, or your wish fulfillment, or your soul's calling. Whether this is a thought form, the way that you move throughout this realm, the way that you speak or interact, or finally having the gumption to go get the new job, or ask the girl to marry you, whatever it is, you know, there's an era on this, but you've got the fronts of the two. You're facing, you're standing directly. I have 2 energies here that put their backs to some old way of being. They're looking forward now. You know, maybe you've been at this stuck point. There's a lot here. You know, what you're not seeing, what's hidden in the dark as it's starting to get darker, what you once didn't see or observe. What else do I have? You have the strength to make it through this. You have the strength to make it through this, no matter how high emotions are. That is your superpower. For somebody here, your superpower is to be able to go through hard things, to be able to know what sword you need to use. She's got 2 different colored swords here, and they're in front of her chest, and they're held high. Some of you have very strong antennas. The way that you really move through your intuition is through emotions, the electromagnetic fields of others, thought forms. You know how you're like a human detector as far as what somebody's going through. If they're hiding something, you might not know exactly. It's the feeling, their body language. You're very in tune. And the more the emotions arise, the better you are, because sensory projection, you're able to tap into something that you went through as a child. You can see that spirit, that demonic spirit, that dark energy, that one that tries to snuff the light, to where you don't smile, to where you feel like shit, to where you second guess and question yourself. That it's made you so, it's your superpower. It's what you came here to do. And if you're asking your guides, you're doing a damn good job. You know, you're listening to the call. A bird flying over right now. What's an obstacle for you at this time? What's the obstacle for you at this time? Page of Cups. You could be wanting to try something new, and then you've got the 10 of Swords out here. So you've got the Page of Cups. An obstacle here is that you're trying, there's something new that's here. You can see it. If you can't see it, you feel it. It's something within you. This is what I'm talking about. Whatever this standing on your own is connects you to whatever this obstacle is. It's they play hand in hand. It's the light, it's the dark, it's the yin, it's the yang. It's the thing that comes together and says, strap up your freaking bootlaces, it's time to go. You can see this new, you're within grasp of it. The Ten of Swords out here. And there's others sitting here watching this person, you can't see it, who has the swords in his back. This guy's just sitting up here chilling, watching him down, sorted out. Your higher self knows. It's like Christ dying on the cross, if you will. You know, that it's really hard to fuck with a person who has an immense amount of humility and a great amount of strength and power within that humility. It's like, I'm willing to allow other things to fall apart because I know the light army, what I'm serving. I know I treat people with love and respect. I stand up to those that are bullies or try to domineer over other people's spirits or make them feel small or intimidated or scared. You know, you're getting stronger, and that's bringing this new start. The obstacle here is you've got somebody who's either, with this person staring at this person with the Ten of Swords, you've got somebody waiting to see you. They want to see how the fuck you keep getting back up. This person's sitting staring at somebody with the swords in his back like, get up, bitch. You know, sitting on a rock waiting. And it's like, you could have people very intrigued about the level, whether this is spiritually, physically, both, mentally. It's like, even in the shit, you find a way for a new start. You're intrigued by the new beginning. Okay. See, and the Nine of Swords is like God's even telling somebody here. It's like there could be one more sword, you know, or you could have just had this happen. This Nine of Swords here, I love it because it's all the swords are glowing. And he's looking at it. One last time for everything that, you know, is in the head, what doesn't belong there. It's like they're glowing. It's illumination. It is enlightenment. I wonder what is with this obstacle. I wonder what's this new start? What's this new start have to do with the page out here? You've got your truth speaker. Holy shit. You got the High Priestess. You've got the Nine of Cups. Oh, that was the Nine of Pentacles. You've got the Nine of Cups. She's fucking literally floating. I've got to go get a light, guys, and some shoes. If you guys will hang around, I will go grab a light so I can actually see you. You've got the High Priestess, the Ace of Swords, and the Seven of Pentacles. Whatever you're working on here is your truth. This is what others are coming for, or they are. It's what fucking ruffles their shit. They don't. A black cat just showed up out of the middle of nowhere. They might not even know. Some of them do. But it's like, with this person sitting here, I'm just trying to understand, like, what is it? How does this stifle everybody else when it's put in your lap, the way that you move through it? I'm going to leave that there. I will be right back. I've got to go find a candle or a flashlight real fast, and I will be back. And I gave Danny Cash my shoes, so hopefully there's no goat heads.
Can you give me my fans right there by you?
And then there was light. How's that? Is that better? Okay. I am back. Yeah, welcome to my real world. This is my real life. What up, pimpin' named? Okay. So when I'm asking, it's like, look, let's go back over this. This error of, see the emotions that run high, the water's representative of emotions out here. And it's like you've taken these steps out to this rock, whether it's through high tide, low tide, whether you go every day and you go within these emotions or you're going through the daily. It's almost like there's an aspect of yourself that's doing this inner training, this own initiation process within your own being, with your higher self and your spirit guides and your, your colony, the pieces of within you. You were built for this. You are very telepathic. You're very psychically connected to so many more things than most people will ever comprehend at 10 years of trying to be spiritual, so to speak, doing the meditation, all the shit, all of the, it just is naturally for you. And it came through your hard knock life. It came through not having the yes, not having the money, not having the backing, the support. There was always something or some but spirit guides that whispered in your ears, going, don't give up, keep trying. It's this excitement that you get when you experience something new about yourself. It's like rediscovering yourself in some ways. And when I say that, it's like the obstacle here is, there is huge potential for a rebuild. The obstacle here is, I don't feel like this has to do with you. There's an enlightened side here of the Nine of Swords to the Ten of Swords in your obstacle position. This is somebody who's asking spirit here. The Ten of Swords is when you're in your head. It's like these thoughts that are in your head. It's enlightenment. The obstacle here is that you have so much and it feels like maybe you just lack the resources or the proper people or the soul family or the alignment. Some things you're having to sit on longer than you normally would. A lot of things you're keeping to yourself. It's hard to have conversations with those that are so small-minded, those that live from the day-to-day. Oh God, I had electricity bill, got a coffee down and talked to old Joe Schmo at the diner. It's like there's so much more going on inside of all of us for a greater purpose here in the future, so that we can stand united. This is your superpower, is your truth. This is something that you have that has been brought to you. Look at this eagle bring this reef. It's celebrated here. You're out of the dark phase of finding the truth. You have this guide, whether you are working with the eagle spirit. Your mountains represent trials, triumphs, just obstacles. It's dark, it's cold, it's foggy out here, and you pull the side of victory here. Whether deep inside of you, you are made for this. You might not know exactly what it is going to turn into, and that's the exciting part. But as you internalize and you're working on these things, these emotions, the way that you're showing up, all right, motherfucker, that's fine. I know this is a representation of who you are. This is an illumination. I've been here once before. I've battled my own demons, my own self. I recognize the fear within your own eyes, the way that you look, the way that you're responding. I once did too. I see that as a feeling of inadequacy within others. And when you do, it's the way that you're going through this, whatever this is. I don't know if this, and what level this is, but there's somebody, or even if this is a version of yourself that badmouths you to your own self. When you look in the mirror and you're like, you're a piece of shit, you're not good enough. And I don't think there's many of those that gravitate to my channel unless you're sitting here watching for other reasons. But the way that you're moving through something has somebody wanting to see you get the fuck back up. How come when everybody else, everything that gets sent to you in your head, it becomes enlightenment? It becomes something you evolve from. It becomes something that it's like you were built for it. You were built for the Enlightenment. It's like the way that you've evolved has been through pain. So when people try to stifle you in that area, what they don't understand is that's where you're most protected at. You know, that's where you excel. That is your strength. Every time you go back to an aspect of being without, you know, you get stripped from the finer things in life, or, you know, certain people or many of them at the same time, you know, really mirror something back to you that you once were, and that you realize that version of yourself you're leaving behind. I don't have time to deal with that. I can't help you grow. I can't help you think better. I can't help you connect with your heart. I've been through this for so long. At this point, I fucking can't. And I won't. And it's being done for a reason. The universe is using your mouth to sell somebody. We're fucking done here. We're done with the shit. We're done with the games, the back and forth. Well, you did that. It doesn't even matter. Can you evolve from hard shit? Can you move past hard shit? And you can. And that's the thing here. That's been the obstacle, is that it feels like every time you get up or you get to this spot, there's another motherfucker that comes and it's like, okay, we sent that. That didn't fuck you over, right? You sit here and you look at it like this. You're going to start understanding why these hard things have come about for you. What all these thoughts, these projections, it's like, I don't get it. What have I, you know, and we can beat that path of to deserve this, or for, you know what I mean? And you have to realize, we can take it that way, that it is a representation. The way people treat us is how we've treated them. That's how much we only meant to them, or XYZ. No, how people treat you is how they feel about their own self. It's how they feel about their own self. And when you start to learn that mental, we're so fucking programmed by these phones and all of this shit. There's fucking walking zombies. Well, this said this is a narcissist. No, there's just people that rage bait and try to work people up and get them to a spot, or because they can't evolve from that cycle. They just literally can't. And anytime there's a probability that you would come around, and it's like it's almost like the universe is using you to give this person or you know, this aspect of yourself, whoever it is, a little. It's like people might actually think that you have some sort of I'm laughing so hard because like you're a ghost or something. Like you have supernatural abilities. Maybe you do fly across the room, or you're astro traveling and somebody's like, I fucking seen you out of your body, you know. So I just want to say, you know, there's great potential here for what you've buried. You still have got pinnacles on this fucking dead tree here, you know, and it's like, see, and other people look at you like, why the fuck are you? The tree's dead. And we pulled the tree earlier. The tree's dead. So what are you waiting for? What are you wanting to grow? What are you hoping to see? And there's this persistence here to revive something, to see something come back to life, something that once wasn't. And I want to say that you have help here doing this. This is the Nine of Cups. You know, it feels like the back of the Nine of Cups has somebody who is... It's like somebody's watching you be set free. Somebody's watching you. I want to say, I see the pinnacles here. The tree's not alive yet. But with this here, it's like somebody already sees you spiritually moving in a certain way, or understands something about you that was going to stop the shit. It's just going to snap for somebody, and somebody's going to say, oh, fuck. I didn't know. I feel like there's an air of apology of, fuck it, even if it's not an apology, it's just a reckoning within their own self. There is something bigger here going on. You know, I didn't realize, not so much to say, it's not we're here to find out who we are, really. You know, there's so much more than just figuring out who we are outside of our job and shit like that. There's a whole world here. You know, it goes so big. But I want to say, I'm hearing hell or high water. It's like somebody here knows you're going to go to hell and high water to speak a truth, to use your intuition, to maneuver through, I'm hearing tactical obstacles, or what would appear to be a death in the family, the death in the tree, the ending of something. Somebody here also, you have ancestors. You're wondering, where do I come from? You know, who do I work with? Who have I been working with? What the fuck am I doing here? You've gone through it all. You've gone through it all. And that's why this enlightenment's here. It's your way that you look at it. It's just different. It's gifted. It's like, maybe you do think about, you know, that I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. I will fear no evil. You know, every dog has its day. The 40 days and the 40 nights. It's really, let's think about that symbolically. Our flesh is fucking weak. Our flesh is weak. We're gluttonous. We eat way more food than we're supposed to. We sit our fucking asses down in front of a TV and, you know, watch TV, and we think about how shitty and how poor fucked up our life is because we, you know, fall down and out and can't afford the things that are fucking way above our means anyways. And if you can't afford them, there's probably a reason. There's probably a reason why. Maybe God's trying to show you, oh God, please just help me pay for my $40,000 horse trailer that you don't fucking use. Or whatever it might be, right? We have so many things that put stress, and then added stress. People lose their souls to this world so easily because they're focused on the wrong things. Instead of focusing on relationships. God put other human beings here for a reason, for us to be able to communicate, for us to be able to, we're all one, really, when you can get past that, when you can look behind the man behind the curtain in somebody's eyes, and you can see the true soul, and you can what they want to show you, what they're trying to show you, and you feel it. You finally feel somebody outside of your own trauma, outside for the situation that it is, whether it's more than one, more than that, when you start to feel your own self. This feels good. This feels good when I fucking don't give two shits about what everybody else says is going to grow and what isn't. I've been on my path. I've experienced out-of-body experiences. I've experienced many things on my path that have brought me only closer to the naturality. You know, she's naked here in this, but it's about natural. It is about, you know, if you're going through things in your life right now, I just want to say, a lot of us are like, oh, if we only had this or could have that. Would you really think about it? Look at the spirit and the soul that you have, and that you have harnessed down into this physical vessel for the higher good of this planet, for higher good of all, because people like you are needed, for that one person that might change a million lives. Whether it's, you never know how much love can heal and spread when somebody, you know, say you're single for fucking 10, 15 years, and somebody comes along and they're absolutely the person you know, whether you're 6 foot tall and they're 4 foot tall, or one's Japanese and the other's black or Mexican, whatever. It could be the oddest dynamic. But, you know, I'm hearing true love looks past the superficiality. You realize that the ones that look good and, you know, have all the shit, they're the ones that, they're hollow. You know what I mean? And it's the one that everybody goes out and nice guys finish last. I'm hearing that. Nice guys finish last. And I think that there's going to be a huge change. Correct me if I'm wrong, but maybe it's just because that I've started my fitness routine. Does anybody else notice how masculine women have gotten in our bodies, and how much, I mean, the amount of weight that we can... There's a lot of hardworking women. There's a lot of women that are at gyms putting in more work than... I went to the park and I seen probably over 80 men, not shaming anybody, but, you know, the wife has a baby. The baby's about 3, and the man has completely let himself go. You know what I mean? Compared to probably what they looked like when they first got together. And it's just, yeah, let's Netflix and chill. Let's do this. Like, what happened to the power couple of people saying, hey, let's go fucking for a jog. Let's go kayak. Let's go hike. Let's go do... When you're just free and you feel good and you can laugh with somebody, and it's not about how's my fucking eyebrows and my makeup. It's like, okay, I rolled literally out of bed. I worked all day, you hop in the pickup, and you can still go have a good time. Those are the, you know how much time we waste a day? Wonder, I need to do this before I go to Walmart, or put this on in case I run in so-so. The less you give a fuck, the faster you get your shit done. I'm just going to say that. Nobody gives a shit. Somebody's always going to have something to say about you either way. Whether it's about your past, your future, their projections, who the fuck they think you are. Fuck it. Get in there and fucking give them a show, is what I'm saying. Get in there and give them a show. I used to run 11 kilometers a day. Damn. And that's a lot, because I just looked up. There was a girl who did, it was 13 miles. Was it 21 kilometers? Something like that. And I was like, damn, that's a hell of a run. Since I've started working out, I feel so good. You know, I have since moved from my mom's. My kids and I got my pop-up camper, and so right now we're living out of my pop-up camper. My whole world has been completely turned upside down twice, both by the exact same, individuals, same energies that exactly happened the same time about 3.5 years ago, in literally the same sequence. And it's just going through it this time. I freaked out before. Now I'm like, dude, I just got done praying to God, please let me have more camping this summer. And now I'm like, fuck yeah, it's extreme camping. So I laugh with my angels, but my kids are learning valuable lessons like, picking up after themselves, being frugal with their clothes, closing the cooler so you have cold milk, oh, that sucks, you left the fucking milk out and it's 103 today. That sucks. It looks like you're not having cereal. Just the things that they need to learn. These kids are so fucking pampered these days and don't have respect, and this is our future generations. I don't think it's only affect me, kids that are just walking around, you know what I mean? And it's you don't know how to work. If you say hook this up, and you could show them and go around and sit there and stare at it. I see it all the time, and I'm just like, good Lord, we're failing our fucking children. Hey, are you guys out here on a hike? What do you got, girl? Nope. Alright. Thank you.
Walk.
Hey, don't touch all my stuff. You guys gotta walk back. Finish your walk. Come on. Go see if you can find that big hop, that big old toad. Where did he go? Watch out for her little feet, Cashman. I'm not seeing my chat. Can you guys still see me? Can you fucking see me, eh? What is this truth that you share? The truth that you share with others. Don't worry about it right now. Is strength. The truth that you will share is strength, the Queen of Pentacles. And it's like the truth that is here is your back is to... It's like nature speaks for you. People who are tuned in spiritually, they recognize your vibration. They recognize the efforts, the heartfelt, the connectiveness that you have yourself. For those of you that have people that know you previous to whatever, throughout your lifetime or this extent, I want to say that this is others that have watched you go through this that are now seeing the strength that you have obtained from this. She's looking into the lion's mouth. He's opening his mouth. It's like even what used to set you off, what used to trigger you, what would get you fucking riled up. It's like you've tamed your own beast within. You've become unfuckwithable. People cannot fuck with you in the way that they used to. It's almost like, this is the Queen of Pentacles here. And she is she's out in nature, man. She's out by the trees. Her whole throne is built off of all of the branches and the vines that have come together to create her throne. Your truth that you're coming to speak is about the authenticity that it takes to work within this planet. A lot of people want to come here and save the planet, and how much time do you spend in nature? How much trash do you pick up when you're walking in a place, and do you throw away or take back in your stroller? Or, are you wasteful? Are you conscious of the amount of plastic and the shit that you buy? How easy would you be snuffed out of your property or where you live? If you got everything ripped away from you, would you be able to survive on your own? That means let alone your entire family. You know, there's a rhyme for the reason. There's skills and abilities that are put on your path for you to hone back into. A lot of you are the natural shamans, those that listen to the song of the wind, that sit with the sun and the moon, that honor the plants and the vegetables and the food that you put into your body, that's in alignment with your chakra centers. You know, some of you probably aren't eating as much as you used to, not only just because it's warm or the things that you used to eat. I'm seeing somebody who does snap peas, green beans, fresh. You know, you're really starting to get better food quality into your body. You're not resonating with things, people that you were once before. You know, there's a lot of faith here in what you're hoping to see grow, and it's like you're very dead set on it. I'm not sure. Tell me more about the 9 and the 10 of swords here as the obstacle. The Fool. Okay, so not moving at this point. Like, somebody might think that, you know, the obstacle here is you got the backside of the Fool. So you're using some sort of precaution. You know, I think somebody, you know, even yourself, you're waiting. See, this person's got a shooting star. It's like you're waiting for the answer at the right time, at the right moment, working with other energies, higher beings. That's how you're getting through this. You're able to, and the obstacle here is, it's not really an obstacle. It's not really the obstacle. It's the high priestess. It's your intuition. We talked about that earlier, tapping into your intuition. Lightheartedness. So what normally when you would go through something that would be tumultuous, or the way that you would respond, or fucking so-and-so did this and now it's this, or if this mother effer, you know, it really, we all make choices to be where we've been, you know, and it's all here for our soul's growth. Now, some people do go above and beyond and they start their shit. There's envious, you know, hateful to put it where the sun don't shine. Absolutely just calls them, and it really stirs up that rage within a person. And that's when you start to see somebody here. That's your gift. You have this ability to allow the divine to work through you while you're working on yourself. You know, you got the high priestess out here. You're very fucking tuned in. There's a lot of intuition, there's a lot of connectedness to nature, and there's a lot of, I want to say some of you have 3 very strong archetypal energies that you can shift into at any time. It's like you'll meet the crowd to the level of what the crowd is going to meet you. That's probably one of your greatest gifts. In some ways, some of you almost have this shape-shifting ability. So where if you want to be full intellect, to use your emotional intelligence, if you're feeling something about to hit the fan, you have an ability to hone in, and you almost feel shit coming, especially when it's around emotions and people's behaviors, body language. So shit starts feeling ice cold. You know, people know when your swords go up. Like, fuck. She's getting in her hippy dippy, she's calling all you angels. Calling your angels in. I do want to say, there's a lot of looking. There's a lot of, I want to say whatever it is that you're working on, there's a lot of, okay, your next moves, how you move through it, what level you're willing to go. And as I say that, here's the 8 of Swords, which is supposed to talk about self-imprisonment, but you know, you being you have the intellect to what the snares and the traps that others have set for you. You have this sword. See, the eagle comes in again. He's like, here you go, darling, cheerio. Sorry, guys, cut out a minute. Swords represent the intellect. You know, you got the bird's eye view and the intellect to move through things. I'm not sure why this is very important right now at this time, but there is something that you're going through at this. It's like some ruling kinship I'm hearing, but this has to do with the stance that you take. It almost is like being at the top of thinking. There's something inside of you that almost commands that the truth come out of others, or the truth shown to you, and it's like before you seek this from others, you seek it from yourself. That's your key. It's not that you just, you work with the lives of others. It's almost like energy that would be sent or thoughts. You can alchemize them. You see how maybe you're looking at this as a lesson standpoint. It's like you are waiting for the angels, your spirit guides, ancestors from the other side to send you the signs of when to move. The shooting star over here, this is the back of the Fool, and this is the swords. It's like, even though it's there, it's lingering, and you've got the Eight of Cups that comes out. It's another shooting star over the top. This could be a sign of synchronicity for some of you. This kid looks younger. There's something about going back in here. See, here's a little kid. When you're ready to walk away, there's a cloak on here, and it's the sun and the moon. You're healed. You're healed. You've healed something from this inner child part of you. I want to say shooting stars really have something making wishes. You've gone back to space within yourself to where you're able to identify patterns within the universe or within the system that's here to grow the soul, not level. I look up over here and I see healing from a separation. Go within. Collectors need to know most at this time. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels. Thank you guys for hitting the like button. I appreciate each and every one of you. The Holy Grail, number 44. The Holy Grail, receiving the gift. Soul Merger, number 33. Integrating with this higher version of yourself. It's like, don't always be a yes man. Sometimes you got to be the hell no. Going with the ebb and flow. Multidimensional healing, integration, number 66. Healing, abandonment, time to forgive. And this goes deep. Healing, abandonment, time to forgive. And it's like, if you look close, I don't know if you guys can see, this guy's getting sucked up out of his chair here. It's like, I want to say somebody here is coming to meet their maker. Somebody here is coming to meet their maker in whatever way that means, whether this is going within the aspect of yourself. Toodaloo! Blossoming. There's an arrow to your struggle here that is really important right now for you to stay grounded. 44 comes out again. I see the masculine twin out here and the master alchemist. I do want to say, you could be working with other forces at this time that in some ways you're carrying a heavy burden here, and it's not just a burden for what you're going through, but there's definitely an aspect of your childhood self that should have been stifled out by now with the weight and the burdens between the Ten of Swords and between the Ten of Swords here. I'll figure out the lighting, guys. And the Ten of Wands. It's like, look how old he is here now, carrying it. It's like this guy, this ancestor passes away, so then they picked it up, and then now it's like on your back. And I want to say it's like there's an aspect of you're not going to be what everybody, there's time to forgive here with that being here. You're becoming one with yourself. And with that being said, it's like maybe you always thought you needed to put the pieces back together, 4488, for others, or to help them understand you on a deeper level, or to understand how something they do has triggered or is emotionally damaging in whatever way. The Two of Cups is right here at the bottom of the deck, and the Five of Swords. I feel like for a lot of you, this has had a lot to do with truly loving yourself and loving yourself at the highest level that you would want somebody else to love you. We say these vows, and we talk about, this is the shadow side of the Two of Cups. Masculine twin releasing the lower self. Saying no, okay, can't put that light on me. There's way too many bugs. Saying no to, I want to say some of you too. I feel like there is a deceiver, a trickery energy that, whether this is something that's already within yourself or others around you. I feel like, and then this falls out. The Five of Swords, And the Queen of Pentacles. I don't know if there's a, a older woman figure in some way that's either helping you or has, even if it has hindered, I want to say it has helped you more than it's hindered. It might appear as if it's been hindering, but it just, it's helped to push you into a new version of yourself. A new version of what you're not going to carry for others within your lineage, because it's really not your lineage. For those of you that are starseeds and that have come here, the time travelers, for those of you that can multidimensionally and interdimensionally travel throughout the self into different versions of yourself, for those that, are working with higher dimensional beings, for those of you that have full control of your Merkaba and are able to travel in that way. You've got 55 out here with reprogramming the soul. You literally can't take others where you're going. You can't. We say that all the time, but these motherfuckers know what they've done. They know how they treat you. They know how you treated them. I'm not sitting to sit here and say you're all hunky-dory. But for those of you that are surface, are going through justice or have, it's your path. It is the thing that makes you. It's not losing the spirit within that. And that's why, unification, aligning with abundance is your health. Your health is your wealth. When you really sit there and think about all the things that you're grateful for. A hot shower, clean clothes in a dresser, take your shoes off at. There's so many things to be grateful for. Danny Cash! Go back over there and go tell Danny Cash.
No.
I'm almost getting off and then we'll go over there, okay? We'll go night-night.
No, you need to go. Son need to go be and you need to go.
Your brother's gonna take you. And then we'll go get your pajamas on. Go with your brother. Hurry up. Get going, Missy. You're fine. Ringo, you need to go potty.
Stop!
That's why you don't stare at it, because she doesn't like it.
Stop! Don't scare me.
I'm your Bubba.
Okay, go with brother and go potty.
Hey, we're gonna go potty. Give mom a hug and a kiss.
Go with brother. I'm almost done and go potty.
Okay.
And don't scare her
I
again.
got you.
Or I'm gonna scare you.
I got the pokey. Come.
Cooper. Ringo likes to scare the shit out of her at night, so now she's absolutely terrified. And I hate that. My sisters used to do that to me. What up, Joshua? The air of mystery. What is your advice from the universe at this time? What is your advice for the universe moving forward through the situation? Damn, you've got the Five of Swords. I heard take no prisoner. Take no prisoner. The Five of Swords. The Six of Pentacles. It's like, okay, I want to say this too. With the Six of Pentacles being on this side, see how big he is looking down over this little city down here? It's like there's what you might have lost, right? Quote unquote, what might be perceived as a loss in whatever way in this realm, I want to say, has advanced you in another way, in a much bigger way. And then it's not just you. It's those that you love. It's those that you have put in care and time and passion and compassion into. Those that you have the time to be real with. Those that it's been observed. I don't want to say there is some sort of higher version or higher up of something in whatever situation this is that's been seeing. Whether this is in a spiritual Ringo. I wish I knew how to pause this, so I could yell across this yard. And I wish I had a boomerang so it could swat him in the ass and come right back to my hand. Anybody else got 12-year-olds? And mouthy? All of a sudden this boy thinks he's just so mouthy, and I'm not dealing with that shit. As a Marine Corps base drill instructor for juvenile felons for 5 years at a prison for children, literally, that was their last chance to get out of group homes. They had to come to a 4-month program. And from day one to the day they graduate, we are in their ass. And I was pregnant with Ringo when I was there, and he knows he's getting so close. When you visualize yourself just, watcha! You're like, don't do it. We're getting to that point at this point. You're gonna learn today, boy. So I have him raking and picking up a whole bunch of trash, and he's learning the good old way. Them hormones, oh my gosh, jeez. Give to Caesar what's Caesar's. Whatever you've done, you've got the attention of others. I will say that. So in this picture of the 5 and swords, somebody's down on their knees and defeated, and others have the swords over. He's got 2 swords over his back and 1 in his hand. He looks defeated, and behind him there's a city, a rock city that's desolate. And then in the next is the 6. So something has progressed. Whatever's been, whatever this battle, I'm hearing battle of Royale. Whatever this is that has gone down or transpired, looking away like, motherfucker, this person just sickened, and I've seen that look. It's those when pride and humility, when somebody here has something in your life, there's victory here for you, and out comes the star again, as you were. This is Temperance. It's a very, and the sun's down here. There's something here that it's like when, get the Goliath with his stone. And the Goliath was huge. And it really wasn't the difference, this is kind of what the situation feels like. You might be the smaller guy. You might be a little bit less than what everybody else is. But what's guiding you is that fire inside. It's that spark. It's that tenacity. It's, fuck it, I'll try another way. Guide me and show me another way. It's your ability to always go back and connect. It's your ability to always move for the highest good of all. It's your ability to take a little shit to get a lot more shit done. You might have won the battle, but not the war. And in whatever way that means, it's set on a butterfly effect for other things to now. Here it's an angelic at this point, with the star out here. I don't know if I see it. I'm the 5 of Swords. Stone Age. Somebody here that hasn't been done. They're with this giant being looking over this smaller here at this point. What is the point of this wanting to let go? Balance, and then the King of Swords was in reverse with the world upright. You're putting an end to, with that gift coming out with the swords, it's like false intellect, false narrative, this discrimination, it's just whatever you have, you were built for this. You have the tenacity and the ability to get through it. It's like you're wearing the armor of God. It's kind of hard to penetrate somebody who's calling on God for the highest good of all, and it has the ability to go through hard things and to take care, ass beaten in this, in whatever way it looks like. But whether you fired somebody else up and now that had a triggering effect of something that they go do that sets off a catastrophic event, whether it's good or bad for the highest good of all, to where something else would evolve from it. Why is the 4 of Pentacles out here? 8 and 2. It's like there's some sort of mental imprisonment, whether this is something that it's like either a childhood wound, or this is somebody who sits in some sort of political chair, a seat, a chairsman, somebody who looks over something that they rule, somebody who governs something. It's like, I don't know how much shit has been sent your way, or how much, you've defeated. Everyone has set those snares for you at night. It's like whoever's gotten their ass kicking here, I tell me about the 4 of Pentacles. The 2 of Cups, love. this connection. It's about connection. With this stone hedge behind him, why did I call it that? It reminds me of a talisman I once seen, and it's the Four of Pentacles. It's like, whatever it is that you're doing, integrating with yourself, or this idea of love, or realizing that maybe, yeah, all that's hunky-dory, and it's wonderful, but this is really a thing between you. It's like seeing yourself, a different version of yourself at the end of the road, your younger version of yourself, and you've been on a long, long journey, and there you are, and you get to run into your own arms and give yourself a big hug and say, yeah, motherfucker, we made it. It's been us. You know, and whether they're trying to send signs of telepathy, or, you know, those games, you charades, your fucking other version of yourself's like, caca, look over here. And you're running home to that version of yourself that, you know, one, comforts that part of your being so that you can grow that fire in your belly, so that you're solid within your own self, you're grounded within your own self. That's the triumph here. It's not about how you go kick ass and tell everybody to fuck off. It's about the level of stability within your mental, emotional, and physical being that you're having going through these things in this realm right now. Whether this is your living situation, whether this is other people, your job, the ways of thinking, what you're tapping into. You know, there's victory here. 66 could be prominent as well. And the Ten of Cups. It's like every micro step that you're making today is leading to a bigger step. You're creating it. How you're going through it is what's creating that energy through the other side. Are you going and saying, I have all the faith in the world, and then you're freaking the fuck out on the inside? Or are you stopping to listen to the wind when you're out? Are you asking for the signs and synchronicities, not just rushing so it feels comfortable again? Are you enduring? You know, are you strengthening your physical vessel so that can match the fortitude of your psyche, your spiritual brain? You know, we need the physical vessel. It needs to also be equipped, a light body, so that you can hold more light codes, more energy, higher frequencies, you know, letting go of the dense weight, shit that you shouldn't be eating, high sugared foods, you know, the things that you're listening to, you know, that you're allowing your mind to get wrapped around in within tarot and things for hours on end. What's helping you set your goals? What's, you know, a lot of the times it's the motherfuckers that come and piss you off and knock you off your horse, you know, in whatever way it is. It's your message here is your intuition is on point. You know when sneaky shit's going on. You know when something doesn't feel good. You know when somebody gives you the ick. You can't trust somebody. You have to look over your shoulder with somebody. Or if this is a version of yourself that's coming back saying, hey, motherfucker, why are we going through this? And here we are. That was the star that came out. So about the healing, this is the Temperance. I see her now. And look at the Temperance has this light being. You guys remember this deck of cards? Telling you. It's like even though people are doing other things that feels like they're getting away with it, right? Or that it's not being seen, whether this is intellectually or through some sort of system or stubborn or somebody's ways. Just know that all is working out for the highest good of all, so other hands can be exposed. You know, the divine sets up many things at different times, you know. What's one of the biggest obstacles that are being projected towards you at this time for your personal growth? Judgment. Feeling judged, feeling ashamed, feeling adversity. So, you know, making these waves, the biggest thing is the adversity and the judgment that comes with those, what you're going through, how you're going through it. Fuck that. How do you feel going through it? Here's the tree again on the bottom of the deck. What did the other version of you do? The past life versions of yourself. How did you move through that? Your guides are saying you have the discernment to make proper judgment within your own being. When you trust yourself and you can lean within yourself. You know, I've been here before. I've experienced this before. The difference is now I have this closeness to myself to where I'm not worried about what society says or what people think or, you know, the way things played out. I can trust in the way that I moved through it, how it affected the other person, and how it affected me on that level as well. Pride and empathy. So when I seen that person on their knees in that card, you know, there could be a moment to where, you know, not everything is as it seems. I know a lot of people who sit out there and judge others and ride their high horse and think because they're to the society norms, right? What the government and what other people project and say, this is right. You know, a lot of us who read cards and who tap into other abilities, you know, ways of divinating before the fucking phones and everything else came about, the way our ancestors connected with nature, to see the way the farmers or those that witch the wells connect, for digging wells. You know, it's an ancient art. It's a way that we're very gifted, but a lot of us have become very conditioned to what others really think, what we think it should be, doing things a specific way. It's like what's really growing you right now is the fact that you're getting back up from these adversities. And with each time you're mastering it, you're growing through it, especially on the level of how you're feeling on the inside as you're going through it. Not so much how it looks on the outside, but how you're speaking to yourself, how that you are not allowed this dirty motherfucker or this or that. You can't allow that hatred. You can't allow that spite. That is fucking pride. You can't allow that. Allow the chips to fall where they may. What you need to focus on is with what's going on within you, how you're moving through it. I'm doing this day by day. I'm grateful. Sinking back into spending time by yourself, being able to connect. You could be seeing 555s. You've got 5555 and 0220 comes out. I've got bugs crawling all over me. I'm sitting under this tree. Holy Spirit, holy angels, can I get an angel number for the divine? I love you guys. I feel like I kind of just rambled on in that message, so hopefully you guys got something out of that. Okay, you've got 2002, the void. You have more control over your life than you realize. Learn to execute what interests you. Turn things around. It gets better with time. There are plenty of friends to make, so chill out. Have fun, open up, and go outside. The message that the divine has brought through is about being more lighthearted, using enthusiasm, or you guys are funny. And when you guys do get lighthearted and you get back into that space, oh God, the things that, you know, I'm going to build a tree swinger. I think I'm going to go fix that lawnmower I have been saying I'm going to do in so long, or take one of the kids with you to do it. You know what I mean? Start sharing responsibilities with others so that you can have a good pastime. You've got 2112 that comes out. Somebody's watching over you. Good fortune, unforeseen forces, and direction. Even if it seems like you are not making any meaningful progress, things are moving in the right direction. If you see this number, it is a sign that everything will work out in your favor and your dreams will come true very soon. Dreams will come through very soon. Any other messages from the universe? Self-love and self-care. Self-love, self-care. How you're talking to yourself. How you're the key. You are the key. It's not anybody else. It's not the dynamic they play now. It's like you have to get to this point within yourself so that the domino effect within other things can trigger. So that you're meeting others at that vibrational frequency that is destined, or some ways even fated, to have that alliance. Just like with people getting in car wrecks and passing away, or you know, freak accidents or shit like that happens. It is about frequency. It's about taking care of the body, showing appreciation for your body, man. When you're ill, it's so hard to get through the day and to work hard and get stuff done when you just don't feel good. When you finally start feeling good again, you're like, thank God. Unconditional love, giving and receiving, fairness and love, affection returned. I feel like, and I want to look at that too. For those of you that have a lover coming towards you, or you are in some sort of relationship, can I look at that really fast, just for any advice with the self-love and unconditional love out here? I'm just being guided to do this real fast for anybody who's in a loving relationship. You've got the Queen of Pentacles. Their energy. Wow. The Star. Truest intentions. Somebody is wanting to work with you. Truest feelings is, wow, you've got the Ace of Cups and the Three of Cups. I want to say too, with the Star out here, the truest feelings here that come out is like somebody else putting this in God's hand in whatever way it is, coming through. The intention here is to, wow. There's something that somebody's been working on here. In this, he's still chiseling and working on it. He's building up this church. In this, the light is on. It's coming through the stained glass windows, and he's carrying a gift. Intentions here, somebody really wants to work and build on something with you. You've got somebody here who could be considered a natural healer, and somebody here who is very grounded in this earth, might be materialistically in a different statute than you, but surrounding both of you, you're very, there's a lot of work and energy that's being put towards this intentional wise. I do want to say that somebody, whether this is you or them, you, with the Three of Cups out here, wants to celebrate the level of, I want to say, gratitude or self-love you've helped somebody to find within their own self. Somebody feels like you're a blessing, that you've come into their life at the right time, that maybe even God sent you in some ways to just be a bringer of hope. You have somebody feeling emotions again, somebody thankful for, I heard for their heart. Possible outcome. You've got the Seven of Wands. There's some sort of blocked energy here. What's the obstacle? I'm going to put those back. What's the obstacle here in this dynamic? Obstacle. Eight of Pentacles. Somebody works too much, maybe. You know, maybe somebody works too much or spends a lot of time, I want to say, dictating to others. Truth is very important here for somebody in some situation. I think there's going to be an honest communication here that's going to be had about the level of gratitude. I just keep hearing gratitude that this person has for the direct move forward towards you. This person feels very enthusiastic. I think you've stirred up some emotions within somebody that they haven't felt in quite some time, or them you. And when I say emotions, it's deep feelings. This is somebody who's connecting or is thanking God in some way. You know, this is somebody who is resurrected a deep desire within their own being on a different level. It's deep care. There's a lot of care within this relationship. I think this person is concerned about the way they move about communicating something. It feels like it is a big truth here. And this person wants to deliver this to you perfectly. They want to have things in the right order so that things are built off of a strong foundation. You know, there could be a child around here that's, you know, I see a little boy standing here as this person's working. You know, one of the things could be is that somebody could feel like they're not getting as much time with somebody as that they would like to. Maybe somebody is constantly busy, but I feel like somebody's trying to do something, put something in a plan in order here. Why the blocking here for the potential outcome? The Four of Swords. That card doesn't belong in there. And the Strength. Okay. So the blocking is realizing that somebody's not blocked. Somebody might, the universe hasn't turned somebody quite around yet. You know, somebody, I just feel like there's some sort of warrior headed towards you that's, this person's very strong, okay? This person's could be very connected, have strong meditation, or connect with a deep strength within their being here, with the Strength and the Four Swords out here. Somebody here connects to outer worldly wisdom and knowledge, and is able to get to a deep level of intellect. Strength, you know, somebody could also see you as tired, needing a break. You know, you've been through a lot, and they see why you have possibly been guarded in, you know, the areas of, how do you feel about this person? Because they're feeling the Ace of Cups towards you. The Hierophant comes out. So with the healer here, you recognize there's a role to play, or there's a role being played here. Yeah, you've got the judgment that comes out. I think you're trying to figure out why this person does help you. I feel like there's a different lesson with this person outside. There's a sense of vulnerability with the judgment here. I feel you see something a lot deeper to the situation that you weren't seeing before. I feel like this person is stable and that this person is somebody who has good discernment, somebody who has God has even put this person in your life, and in some way you understand the divine is playing something out here, whether this is dealing with this healing. I'm telling you, they're working on opening up about emotions, and they're working hard on that. I think there might be a fear of judgment here. And then the Queen of Wands. There's definitely passion here for sure. What, honey?
Ellie's asleep.
Okay, thank you, baby. And this guy, I don't know why she's in the water. It's the Six of Cups. Past life. Judgment. One as I look down. It's going to be an obstacle right now. Some sort of, whatever this is, the way this is starting, an obstacle is so new. And I feel like somebody here going through something with this healing card out here, with the star out here, and the judgment. I really feel like this is side of there's action that's going to be taken on here, but this is almost like up to some way to use an intuition. Once they use their intuition in when with the Four Swords here, you'll know when it's like the blocking or whatever it is. Will the floodgates kind of open. This person might not be as this person is just very loving. This person is very, we got the sun out here. This person has childlike disposition or something about them that is very like, it's very innocent, it's very pure. And they've got the Wheel of Fortune out here as well. I want to say too, if you know somebody that you can see future, feel, not just, oh, you're hot, you're nice to hang out with, you're exciting, you turn me on, but you really can see yourself being able to go through things with this. This is your message. This person sees that. This person sees that, and they're trying to find a way to have a new beginning or create a beginning off a very solid foundation, something that's this chiseling of this church, something that will stand for the test of time. This is somebody who puts in work and wants to bring enlightenment in the proper way. This person has a very cheery disposition, and you've got temperance. I want to say with all of these major arcana being out here with the Hierophant, the Emperor, there's going to be a revelation on a soul level with the Fool here. It's like somebody either wished on a star for you or feels like you're a wish that's come true. There's big feelings here this person has. This person's talking to the universe about how to move forward with you. And see that dove, this dove up here that comes to the waterfall? The waterfall is normally where you also go to make a wish. And it looks like she's making some sort of offering, and the Wheel of Fortune comes out again. And the sun, the front side of the sun. There's happy news that's going to be had here due to the fact of how slow or the level of brand new beginning. And here's the World. Something had to fall apart so something else could begin. It's like you could be tying up the ending piece with the Fortune again comes out. You feel this person is in your life for a reason, that this person holds a lot of good structure, good morals, and strong values. I feel like you can also see this person as somebody who is able to has a good level of emotional intelligence to them as well. You guys might be connecting on that emotionally intelligent connection, this wavelength of understanding how the universe could bring two people together in such a way to where it would almost be, maybe this person has brought childlike happiness into your life with the Sun card out there and the Page of Cups and the Page of Wands. This person is, you know, I feel like you never know what this person's going to say. There's a level of excitement that you have here, and it feels like your biggest attribute that you have right now. I want to say you do look like you have money coming in. I've seen the King and Pentacles and Queen of Pentacles like several times throughout this read. I heard blessings, blowing kisses, and healthy choices, affection returned. You know, the universe wants to work with you, like I said in the beginning of this read. The universe wants you to have your heart's desire. We have to go through specific things so we're not affecting other people during our immense times of growth unless they're part of that lesson, or in some way it's going to affect them to where they have the growth as well. Think about the people that you are around when you're going through some of the hardest shit. Those are the people that you're most likely here to learn very hard soul lessons with. If it's not, you know, most of it's our family, our parents, are definitely some of our biggest, you know, obstacles in our life in whatever way, a parent-child dynamic. You've got the Coffin, new beginnings, liberation, and there's a really strong need to listen to what self-sabotage, fear, and ego that creeps in over the self-love and nurturing aspect of yourself. We've done this before, Case. We can do this again. I talk to myself a lot of the time throughout the day. You know, give yourself that hug. Literally wrap your arms around yourself. You've been the person that's been with yourself through everything in your life. You're the one that's been there through the highs and the lows, the ups and the downs, the misfortunes, when you're wiping your tears and nobody's looking, or you're in the shower crying. You're the one that, you know, has to, you dwell within your own mind and your headspace throughout the day of, you know, specific situations. Be kind to yourself, you know. Do you want to be like everybody else is in that way? You could shift humanity even in the way that you treat yourself. Loving, kind, generosity towards yourself. Not everything that's hard has to feel so daunting, you know? Pee break. I love you guys. I'm glad I was able to come out here and share a message with you guys. It's an absolutely stunning night out. I'll read a couple of these from my grandma's book and I'll get off here. I'm Not Afraid of Storms, for I'm Learning How to Sail My Ship, by Louise May Alcott. Actually, I'll take 4 people for a quick pull a card if somebody wants to get me a list. If you guys are interested. I'll make them short and sweet. If I were asked to give what I considered the single most useful bit of advice for all of humanity, it would be this: expect trouble as an inevitable part of life, and when it comes, hold your head high. Look it square in the eye and say, I will be bigger than you. You cannot defeat me, fear. Then repeat to yourself the most comforting words of all: this too shall pass. All right. Happiness always looks small while you hold it in your hand, but let it go and learn at once how big and precious it is. And man, that hits home on so many levels when you really think about the things that we hang on to, the stress that comes with them. And when we let them go, our lives seem to shift and transform to a different version of ourselves. We become elevated and ascend from it. It's really, you guys, you don't realize how important it is to think about the people that are around you, because they can carry a lot of heavy energy that is being projected on you constantly, even if they're just in their psyche and they have shit they want to say and can never say it, or they're projecting that towards you, their own insecurities, and they're around them. And it's that mental fucking prison all day when you're in this person's vicinity, or you're around these people, or there's this multitude of this level of fakeness, or they're good then and then they, you know, delve into whatever, a few drinks or whatever their pleasure is, and then they become a raging asshole, you know. And there's no excuse for people shifting back and forth into lower version. Allow that person and those people to do what they're going to do. That's their lesson. All you can do is, you know, continue to hold your head high and look it square in the eye. If you're doing the best thing for the highest good of all, that's all you can do, man. Jason looks like he got me a list. You cannot hate, argue, reason, fight, complain, or yell at a dark room enough to illuminate it. Only by shining a light is darkness overcome by the light. Darkness is, it's unintelligent, it's programmed, it's a system, it's a fear, it's a cycle that repeats. It stays in somebody's psyche and their brain patterning, their hormones, what triggers within their body, their fight or flight responses. Fear is, you know, it's patterned in such a way. Light is intelligent, it carries light codes, it carries information, just like water. Water carries memory, there's to be learned in so many ways. We really go K through 12 years of our life learning fucking rewritten history and mocha choca bullshit that eventually will lead more to college and more debt and more this. You fucking hate, you know, when really, because we have to have a practice the way that these motherfuckers want us to have it because we can't practice natural medicine. Fuck that. Get to a point in your life where you can't be snuffed out, you know, where you can grow your own food, where you can use solar power, where you learn about, you know, geothermal heat, when you have the ability to capture rainwater or purify water. You have some basic wisdom and knowledge how to start a fire, you know, ways to keep your feet dry and clean. Get equipped with hard shit, because when there's not a lot of shit and say things do get hard, be somebody who's who comes in here with a set of fucking skills. All right, we got Xing, Bill, Alicia, and Jerry. I'm gonna pin that so I don't lose it. Xing, what do we have for you? Okay. I see a lot of hands. Hands are in your reading. I've got 2 cards with hands. So maybe that's prominent here. You've seen a hand. There's something about like the fog in the window or the handprint. I'm also seeing the Titanic when Rose, they're making love in the back of that car. I'm seeing a steamy bathroom as well right now. The key is on the ring, not today. Okay, so there is boundaries that you need to put up here, whether this has to do with being hurt. I don't know if you have strong passions, but there is a need. If you've gone through a hurt, there's a need to get back out there, and you have the card of out. And maybe you are in the process also of, I see seduction out here, and she's sucking on a sucker. So maybe you do need to set boundaries with somebody in that way. Or, you know, I do want to say there's a lot about dating and seduction out here in that way. And boundaries. Somebody here is upset, okay, about something. Or stringing you along. I feel like you're going through some sort of, if you're dealing with somebody who does something within the mental, yeah, you've got a wounded warrior here. Also, if you're walking away from somebody who puts up walls, or you've maintained good boundaries, you're going to be rewarded for that, and the truth of the situation's going to come out. You've grown good seeds. I do want to say I feel like there's somebody around you that lies or has lied. Something's being sought out, or this is you. You've got the 4 swords. Yeah, you're going to get a dream about this, or your intuition will be dead on. Rest is where you get the answer. It's like you don't really have to do anything. The divine's going to bring something to the forefront. I think there is somebody who sees you in whatever light for the strength that you are, and is interested in you feel benevolent to this person. Somebody sees you as somebody who does a lot for others and somebody who's like a watcher. I also see in the King of Cups comes out in reverse. I'm telling you, there's somebody here. I would just watch out for, use your discernment on what somebody's saying and what they're showing. You know, it feels like, I don't know if somebody's just there for a good time and then gone, or when they're bored, or however way to bring your attention with seduction and dating out here. It's like you will find somebody that likes the simple things in life. But there is a tower coming. You're going to see something about something that wasn't built right. It's going to be shown to you and exposed to you for your highest good. Sabotage, rebuild, persistence, working on it, repairing. So you guys are saying continue to go through whatever this is. If you haven't gone through this yet, you know, and you've been anticipating something to fall apart, or you're healing through it, it's for the highest good of all. It's for some sort of advancement that your spirit guides are trying to take you towards. There's other people you chemistry, sparks, and having fun. Yeah, the universe is bringing something into alignment for you that's authentic and true. All right, Bill, that's what I have for you. My phone, I don't know if I'll get to all four of you. My phone's on 5%, so Bill, for you. Bill, you got strength. Whatever you're looking at right dead in the eye, whether this is within your own self or something you're overcoming, you have the strength to get through this. You're on the upside. You're no longer facing the boogeyman. You're going to be able to get to see something for what it truly is, and it's within you. How far you've come, your strength to make it through that. You're going to be taking action here on something that somebody else is going to come along and offer you some sort of opportunity. Listen to that. You have strength. So that's being told, no matter what you're going against, you hold your chin high and go through it. You have the strength and the courage. You're going to be tested in some way with somebody taking action towards you, just so you know that. So maintain level-headed and your strength. You do have love and a new beginning in that. You have the world. Maybe this is a way that you're feeling about yourself. I don't know if you've been sleeping naked, or there's something about naked. Your guides are showing me like just free balling or just being more free. Maybe a new set of sheets, or just kind of simplifying thing, kind of being more natural. I don't know why I'm hearing that right now. Teddy bear. Interested in you, blooming romance, flirting and wanting to date. Maybe that could be something. Stability and security. Maybe there's somebody you like and you're working on your stability at this time. Lighthearted and adapt. It's like you're going to meet somebody. You don't have to tell them your whole life story, but somebody's going to see you for the strength that you have. Just get back to that funny aspect of yourself. There's something about your humor here that this person likes. Happiness and joy and playfulness. You guys are saying, stay playful, stay in this happy. You have the strength, but let's work on mastering the playfulness, the lightheartedness, just being free and giggly. Guidance from your spirit guides. The Hermit. If you build it, they will come. So it's like something's moving towards you. You really don't have to do anything. You've got the world again with a new beginning. So this could happen through the internet for you. That's what I have for you. Alicia. Alicia, you've got the Ten of Cups out here in the Fool. You have somebody that either you're wishing for them or they're wishing for you. You have something that's moving forward on a soul level with the rainbow out here and the shooting star. There really is an air of feel free to take chances. Not everybody's going to hurt you like you were hurt before. You've got the Four of Wands out here. Somebody might be coming to your house or visiting you, or you might be getting some sort of... there's some stability that's coming in for you. I want to say that. Expect stability to come in for you. There's a healing in the childhood here that brings this forward too. Whether this is your childhood or that of somebody else, there's been enough time. It's time to make action and take a move. Even if somebody doesn't want to let go, I feel like the universe is saying, the the truth will set you free, or whoever this is in whatever way that means for you. A truth is coming in, and I see that person standing here over that person with the 10 swords in their back. So there's liberation out here for you, and I do feel like somebody is interested in your way. I just want to say somebody's going to come to your house or wants to visit with you. I'm also seeing the number 13. Yeah, there's somebody who might be moving hasty, and it might... Not everybody's going to hurt you. Allow yourself to have fun as well. Okay. Jerry. What do we have for Jerry? Balancing the 10 of Pentacles. You could be financially going through stuff right now, and that could be stressing you out too. I feel like you want to go do something and yeah, you do. Maybe you're worried about the finances to do that, or you are planning on balancing something out. I feel like you're going to be traveling. You too. I see. There's some wounding here in the child aspect that you're looking at again before you release or let something go, or you're able to look at it for what it was here with the 10 of Swords. The backside of the 10 of Swords. So maybe this hasn't happened yet, or well, I just want to happens in the night, comes through in the day. There's a healing here. I don't know if you lost a dog or your dog was one of really close with you. But I see this dog on this guy's lap, and I feel like there's something here about a dog. The stars shooting. You might get a dog too, and a dog that comes in and helps, like it's like a support animal, or just brings back this piece of your childhood. It's like, is this dog coming back from a childhood that you lost? A childhood dog? It can't get away from that. And whoever you've been battling with at this point, there's balance and there's healing that come through this. This will make you stronger for it. Every once in a while when we get knocked down or we go through hard things, it just keeps us in that state of where we're not being too comfortable, and we're remembering that we still have that good fight left in us. Your bravery is recognized and acknowledged at this time for what you have been going through. And if you're wondering if things are going to... You're on the upside of whatever this is. Things are turning in your favor here. There's some ancient wisdom also that you hold within yourself. I feel like there's a younger blonde girl or somebody who's younger, maybe 20s, that brings you some sort of enlightenment here about a specific path. And I'm seeing 3 blonde girls here. So I don't know if there's something with blonde girls here, but there's 3 blonde girls here in this. And here's the King of Pentacles. So, there's deep emotion and care here. It's something that's going to be healed. The Divine's also helping you to balance something out about a situation so you can move forward into it confidently. This person, I don't know if you have somebody that likes you. Or you do. Somebody's taking action and they feel like maybe you work with this person, or you will be working with this person. Your spirit guides are saying take action. Take action. Use your morals. I don't know also if somebody's losing somebody or somebody's passing away. You can't really see this card this good, but it's like 2 people are talking to this old man, like he's almost going or passing on, and then here's him with the dog. So I don't know if this is like, that dog just really keeps coming through. I'm getting eaten alive by mosquitoes. Something's going to be balanced out, and your guides are trying to help you take action so that can happen, but there is a need to get rest or approximate amount of sleep. It seems like that's where this message comes to you at. There's a level of regret, or somebody reminiscing and looking back on something here, and that could be taking a lot of strength from you at this time, or you will need to. But it does bring a new message of hope and a new beginning for whatever that means in your situation. Okay, and then Joshua. What do we have for Joshua? Holy Spirit, Holy Angels. 3 of Swords comes out right out the gate. Yikes. You've got the 3 of Swords that comes out for you. Some sort of heartbreak. Some sort of wounding right to the heart, huh? You feel protected and shielded in whatever this is, sabotage and rebuilding, watching, looking, and perception. I